I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.
Yeah, it's 4:02 a.m. 4:02 a.m. and I'm going to continue from my last live stream, which concerned Tommy Sotomayor and his buck dancing, shoe shining for uh, Donald Trump. And I did touch on the on Corey Holcomb and Miss Darlene Ortiz, right? But I'm gonna continue on because as everybody was doing the Super Bowl, Miss Ortiz put out a video, right? She put out the video, and she's talking about she alluded to what happened to her on the 5150 show with Corey Holcomb. And right now I'm putting up the disclaimer, you know, the fair use, if you will. So anyway, let's have at it. Let me put this down so we can. So for those who don't know, let me go. Better yet, let me just go ahead and recap real quick. Let me just recap. Oh, and by the way, let me do this real quick. Donations is greatly appreciated. Donations is greatly appreciated, by the way. Let's recap, right, what happened last week, I believe, a few days ago, on the 3rd, last week, Tuesday, I think, Tuesday, Wednesday. And this happened on the hour and 51-minute mark. I'm start there on what happened to Darlene Ortiz.
That okay, says good. A lot too. That says a lot. It's a hockula shirt. Everybody don't know what hockey is. Only a lot of YNs know what hockula is. But I'm saying, like, the average person don't know what hockula is, man. Anyway, they say MJ a crip. They say I work at a casino as a blackjack dealer.
Oh, the designer is Venezuelan. Okay. Guzman, Harif Guzman. He's Venezuelan. The designer.
Is he? Oh, that's dope, D.
There he is.
I wonder what he think about his president.
What is Dyer over there? What is that you drinking? A Heineken?
Dang, look at all. That's not
Dyer over there laid back.
Yeah, he killed 4 beers. It was all you?
Tops.
They cold? Yeah, if you ain't drunk out of it. Bring it over here, Dyer. People be wanting to see you anyway, G. No. Don't worry about it. I'm just joking. We can.
Yeah. I'm gonna fast forward to the actual event.
It's 5150 membership going, man. To all my people who sign up for the membership, man. These first, what is this? If you sign up in February, that means you are grandfathered in. Now, there are people who have memberships and everything. I just want to make sure my 5150 people get something that's worth it to them. First of all, when you sign up for my membership, that means if I come to the town where you are on the meet and greet. Because, see, I can't meet and greet everybody because it'd be drama and we get into it. So, but if you are part of the 5150, we have to have your email in advance and you get to meet and greet Corey Holcomb and who I'm with. That's just one of the perks. And we got merchandise we giving to people who sign up. We ain't got the regular thing. Some people be saying stuff like, we shout you out online. We, of course, gonna shout you out online. If you one of our 5150 members, when you pop up on the chat, it shows you're a member. I'm going to make sure the people who sign up.
Yeah. But let's get back to where this was supposed to be. And just fast forward again.
Might be. Shit, I don't need nobody to do shit for me. I'll get somebody else to do it. As everybody you that they like, but they don't want the whole thing.
Did I just not say?
I'll get somebody to hold this shirt up next week. Watch.
You know what?
I've done it. And when I hold it up, I can't say my shit with the mic.
Okay, it's begin at the 1 hour 57. I go to 1 hour 56 minute mark, but of this live stream. But yes, I'm here to recap this real quick so we can get things to in the proper context.
You ain't gonna hold it up,
Mike.
Oh, don't worry about it. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Oh.
I'll show that shirt next week.
Oh, wow. Look at this one.
No, I'll get somebody to hold it up.
Look at this one.
I'll get somebody to hold it up.
Look at this. I'm finishing it. Look
what time is it? We ain't got enough time.
And look what I was doing.
If we had enough time, I'll get somebody to come hold it up right now.
Look how he's doing. But you see what I was just doing right now?
Oh, it's all good. Don't matter. I'll get somebody to hold it up. Motherfuckers want a piece of you that they like, but they don't want the whole thing.
Did I just not say?
I'll get somebody to hold this shirt up next week. Watch.
You know what?
Like, you can't hold it up yourself. You got this thing sitting right there with a punching bag. Why would you put the shirt up on that? It would make more sense. So at least somebody sees at least some of the image, but I don't know what's on that shirt. I'm going to surmise that the shirt has something to do with Anton Daniels and Anton Daniels' kids, and then there was a merchandise of the shirt showing the daughter of Anton Daniels' daughter, who is very, very dark skinned, and the colorism aspect of it. Darlene is not going to hold that shirt up. If that's what this is about, Darlene is not going to, because it's called racial triangulation. When a black man or a black woman use somebody else to denigrate the opposite sex of their own race. So that's if Darlene's doing it, congratulations to her for not being part of, used as a tool for somebody else's demigration or self-cooning in somebody else's race.
Somebody just said something earlier that it might be. You're right.
You right. Might be. Shit, I don't need nobody to do shit for me. I'll get somebody else to do it. As everybody who I deal with like that. If you won't do it, okay, I'll get somebody else to do it.
I'm over here trying to input the things because I had to go. You don't even know what I went through to even get that.
Yeah,
so, okay.
Don't worry about it. Somebody else will hold it up next week.
See how you can't even. Wow. Okay, I guess not.
Don't do whatever. Goddamn it, somebody be doing that.
I guess not.
Shit, it don't stop.
There we go. Wow.
I'm just getting it to you.
See, at first though, I thought this was a skit. At first, I thought this was a skit. That, you know, this is just a one of those type of banter jokes. You know, like to start something, but yet is actually is a joke. You know, a playful, trolling manner. But if you go to the other video that I'm about to play after this, and then what he said after this, it shows how much Corey Holcomb is a well, I can't really say on this live stream, but if you heard my rant on my last live stream, yeah, trust and believe, I have no love for Corey Holcomb, even though I wish he would done something to Anton though, you know, because Anton is a no good piece of shit. Oops, I shouldn't cuss, but Corey is one as well. All right. So anyways, keep it moving.
I'm telling you the truth.
I see. Hey, you see what I was doing? Why I said I wasn't gonna hold. Okay. We
are about to we gonna do the rap?
Let's do it.
Back in 5 minutes, 51:50.
Jesus.
You see, now 5 minutes, right? 5 minutes. And then later on, and let me fast forward, because something happened in that 6 minutes. And he gonna get on here and do a punk ass freestyle.
You call me crazy, call me whatever you want to call me, but why you watching right now? You understand what I'm saying? Because you like to see the car accident. Some people cause an accident by staring at the car accident. That's how it really goes. Give me that beat back. Yeah.
God.
5150 in the motherfucking house. 5150. It ain't no motherfucking doubt. Corey Holcomb's in the motherfucking house, about to turn this motherfucking shit out. If you don't want to do it, get another bitch to do it.
Don't want to do it, get another bitch to do it. You see, this woman was loyal to you. All right? This woman was loyal to you. And let me say this right now while we here, right? Now I'm glad I stopped it right here. This Negro right here, I don't know if he knows it yet. Corey going to stab him in the back. Now, I'm not here to gossip, but we know how Negroes, like people like him, go. Corey going to stab this brother in the back. Now, if he had any sense, if this brother had any sense, he will leave. Because if he did this to her, what makes you think though he won't do it to you? What makes you think he won't do that to you? Okay? And that's the point. So that's going to happen. All right? Do you understand? All right? And referring to your co-host as a bitch, and she's not, and you just similarly got rid of her in a more embarrassing form.
If you don't want to do it, get another bitch to do it. If you don't want to do it, get another bitch to do it.
Right. Right. So anyway, let's go back. Let's go over here. Right. Enough for Corey. So here is, and yes, we're gonna go on the Reverend Jordan Wells after this because yes, I'm a roast him in a minute. But here is Darlene's the video she put out during the Super Bowl. And like I said, I wasn't interested in the Super Bowl. I don't watch sports like that anymore. But here is Darlene's video, like 9 hours ago. So let's go ahead and play. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. I'm gonna talk to George Macon, Street Media. You know what? I'm gonna discuss that later on. That may be on next live stream. But anyway, let's talk about this real quick. It's about 9 hours ago. This is what Darlene said.
So let's talk about something called misplaced or displaced anger. This is when someone is genuinely angry or hurt about something or someone, but instead of directing that anger at the real source, they unconsciously aim it somewhere safer, easier, or less risky.
See, yeah, because what she just alluded to, that Corey don't have the balls. I say it. She said it in a nice way. I'm not. Corey Holcomb don't have the balls to address what's really is the problem. He don't. He don't want to address the real problem. So he rather punch down. And that's what a lot of punk-made, milk-toast, tenor-dick idiots like to do. They don't want to address their own problems or address who is giving them the problem.
For example, right? Someone might feel powerless, rejected, or disrespected by a boss or a coworker, a partner, children, or even life itself. But they don't feel safe expressing that anger there. So it leaks out all over the place toward loved ones, strangers, or even themselves. The anger is real, the pain is real, but the direction is off. Understanding this helps us stop taking everything personally, and it also helps us ask better questions. Like, what is this really about? Or what might be underneath this reaction?
Uh-oh. See, could it be that Corey is very, very insecure? Does it mean that Corey has a very, very low self-esteem? Because he's not thought of as the great comedian on the same level as Cat Williams or a David Chappelle? Is that really is the gist of it? Why he's stuck where he's at? Just saying.
It doesn't excuse harmful behavior, but it does explain it. And that awareness gives us more emotional clarity, healthier boundaries, and a lot more compassion for ourselves and others. Here's what it often looks like. Snapping at a loved one after a bad day with the boss or work. Being irritated at strangers when you're actually grieving, you're hurt or scared. Getting angry about small things when something big is unresolved elsewhere. Or criticizing others for traits that actually mirror our own pain or insecurity. We're all carrying more than people realize. And
see, uh-oh. She already went there. See, Corey thinks he's gangster, and he's not. He's frail. He's small. He's tiny, and he's a little grain of sand in the big, wide beach who can't stand out under the sun. And she realized it. It seems, I could be wrong, that she's finally realizing it.
And most of us are doing the best we can with what we were taught or not taught, right? A little awareness goes a long way. So be gentle with yourself and mindful with others. When someone is consistently dissatisfied about things like cleanliness, routines, or not getting their way, the issue usually isn't the surface complaint. What's often underneath is a need for control when they feel powerless somewhere else, chronic frustration, resentment, or entitlement, anxiety that shows up as rigidity, emotional immaturity, or poor coping skills.
Yeah. Like how some of y'all online, right? Like how some of y'all online believe that coming online just to shame, blame, and explain about the other gender is really about you. And I'm not talking about somebody just having their issues with dating or a one-time thing about dating and, you know, talking about their dating issues, the history. But it's something that is very constant and happens over and over and over again. The issue is no longer that woman or that man or whoever you deem to be a romantic partner. It's really you. You are the problem. You are the one who is the issue, not her, not him. You are. How you act, how you deal with issues, and how you cope.
A belief that their discomfort is other people's responsibility. So instead of managing their own feelings, they offload them onto people around them. Now, here's why
which is why Corey is going to pop off on old dude within the next 2-3 weeks. Just, I bet you by March he will unload on old boy. Okay, it's going to happen, and it's not going to end up pretty for Corey. Corey is at the end stage of his career. Let's be real. Especially when he did to Darlene Ortiz, right? And in the aftermath of the confrontation with Anton Daniels, he will he's facing a spiral, downward spiral. So he's at an end stage of his career. So that's what you're witnessing.
Standing it matters. Because when you recognize displaced anger, you stop taking things personally that aren't actually about you. You can pause and ask, what is this really about? You gain more compassion for yourself and for others without excusing harmful behavior. So if this message helped you understand someone else better, great. If it helped you understand yourself better, even greater. Just remember, empathy doesn't require self-sacrifice, and understanding doesn't mean tolerating behavior that harms you. You're allowed to be compassionate and protected.
Now, let's read let's read what said. It is wise to direct your anger towards problems, not people, to focus your energy on answers, not on answers, not excuses. That's like how some of y'all like to come online and shame, blame, and explain people who you don't even know. That's like how some of y'all want to spread gossip and slander other people who really is not talking to you. That's why I got these gold coins. And don't make me spend them. That's a threat to two other people. Don't make me spend my gold coins. But anyway, enough of that. But let's carry on, because some people need to cope about their loneliness and their need to be, let's say, their need to be um, accepted. They want a validation. Sorry, you don't need a validation from when you do things to people who does not deserve it. Anger expressed in a healthy way. No, anger expressed in a healthy and positive way. That we channel emotional anger towards resolution, not attack. Here's what she read here. Here's what I think that's what she put on. When we talk about anger management, we're talking about how you control your emotional and psychological responses to situations that cause anger. You cannot avoid these situations, but you can avoid becoming angry. You cannot avoid becoming angry at times. That is natural. However, you can learn to control how you react. Yes, that's what the gold coins are for. My gold coins are anyway. So, yeah, I guess that's what she's trying to put out. And I think that's a threat, right? I'm gonna say that's a coded warning to Corey. Okay, I think that's a coded um, thing to Corey. So, I think though Corey is going to have more problems because he's not going to learn anything. Corey got more problems, and he's creating more problems in 2026. So let me move on to the person who I cannot stand. I cannot stand Black MAGA. I cannot stand. I think that Black MAGA, Black conservatives are the enemy, right? And Jordan Wells, the Reverend Jordan Wells, the Reverend Jordan Wells. This is on Twitter, of course, as you can see, and y'all always say things, and y'all the main ones buck dancing, the shoes shining, and y'all think that's supposed to solve something. So anyway, here it is. Stone Mountain High School in Georgia just staged a big anti-ICE walkout. Math is at 11%, reading at 24, 76 graduation rate. You know, let me stop right there real quick, right? Because I know Jordan Wells ain't saying this, and Jordan Wells used to be a teacher, right? And he talking about 76 graduation rate, and he says the state of Georgia, right? But I want y'all to put a pin in that, right? I want y'all to put a pin in about the state of Georgia and the education of the state of Georgia, because I'm about to go back on that in a minute. These kids can barely read or do basic math, but somehow protesting ICE, something most of them has zero connection to, is worth skipping class. Priorities are wild. Teachers and administrators green light this instead of fixing the basics. Black students are no black students being weaponized by the left as state property, demonic. Your kids belong to the state now. And he's talking about this because we already know, though, he's always on some coon level. And this was published a few hours yesterday.
Bro, we gotta stop ICE. We gotta melt the ice. Melt the ice. Melt the ice.
So I'm here at Stone Mountain High School, and what's the purpose of y'all walking out of school?
We're walking out of school for a cause. We want to end the ICE inception into Stone Mountain, to the Georgia state in general. We are tired of what is happening all around the country. We do not want ICE to be messing with our people, because our people are citizens too.
Why is it important that y'all do something like this?
Because we speak up for the people who don't have a voice to speak.
If you had something to say to ICE, what would you tell them?
Fuck ICE!
If you had something to say to ICE, what would you tell them?
Man, we coming down for y'all. Fuck, fuck!
Oh my God.
Fuck ICE, you know what's going on. We're east side.
If you had something to say to ICE, what would you tell them?
I don't know if my mama gonna watch this, but if she do, back her. But I didn't want.
Okay. So I don't want to hear no kids cuss, right? I really don't want to hear that. So the Reverend Jordan Wells decided to, talk about Georgia and so forth, right? So I see people in the chat room. Shout out to the 70 people who was watching, 75 people who was watching right now. Let's see. Roderick Henry said Black MAGA is done. Jordan Wells was on Epstein Island. Really? Is this true? Ari Long used to babysit Jamal Bryan. Uh-oh. But anyway, right, since we're here, the Reverend Jordan Wells, what state, since you said, is Georgia a red state or a blue state, Jordan, Mr. Wells? Which is it, Jordan Wells? Because, we can go over here. This is the 2024 Electoral College, and all that red is the states that's won by Donald Trump. Okay? And since we want to talk about Georgia, right? Who runs Georgia, Jordan Wells? Who are your governor, lieutenant governor? What does your state legislature is made up of? Explain that. What does your state legislature is made of? Reverend Wells. Well, the links is in the description box, right? The links are in the description box. So here we go. When it comes to Georgia, right? Let's go here to Georgia. We're gonna scroll up. Let's find Georgia. 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 Let me see. Where is Georgia at? Where's Georgia? Georgia is 22nd in the union when it comes to funding and resources. It's 12th in, well, that's a good thing, but when it comes to the overall public school rankings, Georgia is 30th. You at the second half, the second bottom of all of the 50 states. Okay, so let's go to another ranking. Right? Let's go to another ranking. Right? Let's go over here. Right? Georgia spends $25,97000 on a prison inmate. Right, spending pure prison. Right, 25.97. Jordan Wells, since you are in Texas, that's 25.9. It's an embarrassment compared to education. Yes, 25.97, almost 26. While everybody else, Massachusetts spends its first place when it comes to education, but when it comes to here, they spend 114, while you spend, but the thing is, y'all don't, your spending priorities is messed up. Now, Massachusetts is kind of high when it comes to prison that's being spent. But anyway, that's all I want to say. Well, you know what? Let me get back to Twitter. Let me get back to Twitter, because I want to see the reactions, right? I want to see the reactions. All right. Another black conservative attorney gig said, "I'm generally curious, what made you think it was a good idea to take that clip and use it to judge the education of children? Is this post really about education, or is it?" Oh, I'm glad though he's saying it, right? Is this post really about education, or is it just being used to reinforce a political narrative? Are you actually trying to discredit these high school students simply because they don't agree with your political leanings? Let's stop right there. Because Jordan Wells, right? I'm glad though. Jordan Wells was one of those people who, when Charlie Kirk got assassinated, he backed the idea of having Turning Point USA have a chapter in every high school in the state of Texas. See, this is hypocrisy when it comes to the Reverend Coon Jordan Wells. That's right. Communist regimes always yet form brains of the youth. Yeah. That same old dribble. See, yeah, racism. Here we go. Yeah. Here, that racist shit. How can one have a 76% rate without kids who can read and do math? Right, exactly. That doesn't even add up, to tell you the truth. Hold on. This clown, right, says they are confused. They think this is happening across the country when it's happening in sanctuary states. The SS officially refused to transfer illegal aliens, many dangerous and already arrested from ICE, into ICE custody. Instead, released them. The 38 non-sanctuary states cooperate with ICE. Hey, do you know that San Antonio is a sanctuary city inside of a inside of a red state that's not a sanctuary state? Y'all don't read. Y'all don't do your research. Y'all just do just babble. Yeah, at this point, everybody and their mama was on that island. Right. Thank you for the 80 people who's watching me. Okay, thank you for the 80 people who's watching me. All right, on Twitter, Twitch, and everything else. Let's keep it moving, right? But here's what I find odd, right? Now, this woman who's MAGA going to post this of Christy Nome child molester, rapists, murderers. They're all just a few of the scumbags here illegally who we have to arrest thanks to Donald Trump. What about the Epstein files? What about the people on the Epstein files then? Start there before you talk about anybody else. Let's talk about the Epstein files. And here we go. Critical race theory, CRT, critical race theory, is taught in that school. How do you know, Bob Strong? The results are obvious in their grades and knowledge. See how stupid this is? Who created a mob? Wait a minute. But this is Georgia. Georgia's a red state, remember? This is how stupid you are. So notice how social studies is their highest rated class. This is true of almost every low graded school. Also, you don't want people to know about civics. Is that what you're saying? You know? Oh, here's somebody said, let me read this real quick. Let me read this real quick. By contrast, speech expressed part of one's job's duties is not protected by the First Amendment. What's that? Garcia versus Caballos. Correct me if I'm wrong with the names. 547 U.S. 410 2006. There, the United States Supreme Court held when public employees make statements pursuant to their official duties, the employees are not speaking as citizens for the First Amendment purposes, and the Constitution does not insinuate their communications from employer discipline. Teachers and other public employees therefore cannot make free speech claims for speech arising from their job responsibilities. The Garcetti holding applies to teaching itself. Meyer v. Monroe Community School Corporation, 474 F blah 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 blah. I ain't gonna read all those the section numbers. Classroom comments on war in Iraq not protected speech or other that is pursuant of duty, such as a parent teacher conferences. Okay, yeah. He made it big. That's all. So let me go ahead and how come everything is pure nation when it's liberals doing it? See, that's why I hate these idiots on Twitter, though. I really do. You know. Anyway, y'all, I said enough for these 45 minutes. Yeah, I didn't watch the Super Bowl at all. Not that interested. They didn't even care about the halftime show. Didn't even worry about that. They didn't even worry about the ads either. So I want to jump off of here. Y'all be easy, and I might be live later on this morning, depending on what's going on. Get away from and you're right. She needs to get away from Corey. That's what she needs to do. Darlene needs to get away from Corey. So You're right on that part. But anyway, let me get out of here, and I'm out. Y'all have a nice night. A nice morning, I should say. Peace.
I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.